Connors.
Good. How you doing?
Connors.
Good.
Hi, everyone.
Wow.
Hello.
Renee.
Hi.
Hi.
It's Renee.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Sinatra.
Sinatra.
Great sweater, Sinatra.
Laura Dara.
Hi, everyone.
Sinatra Elizabeth.
Hi.
Oh, my gosh. This is
Oh,
really good.
Hi, Joan and Earl.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
Pat, who live across the street from us, Pat Connors.
Here I am.
Nice.
Deirdre, I can't see your sweater.
Nice sweater, Deirdre.
Hey, Tracy Edelkoff, how are you?
Oh, boy. Hi.
Oh, how are you?
hi.
Good, thank you.
Just down the corner.
Oh, my gosh. All right. There's more. Here comes Susan.
Flying in.
You're all flying in. Hey, we got to thank COVID for this one, right? I don't think we would get together
Great.
otherwise. This is the silver lining.
Awesome job, Kristen.
No one's wearing a mask.
Oh, Chris Sinatra, there you are. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hi. Oh, wow, you're all dressed up.
You.
What do you mean?
I love your bow tie.
Thank you.
Hi, Deirdre.
Hi, how are you?
Okay.
Nice to see you. Wow, what a beautiful group.
I've seen better.
Great. Hey, Susan.
All right.
Hi,
Kathy.
Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Kath.
Look at everyone. Everyone looks so different. Where
Hey,
did Renee
Sue.
go? I just saw her.
Hi, Mom. I'm gonna point you towards the
Hi.
computer. And you tell me if you can see. Okay. Can you see everybody?
All the way up.
Chicky is on my phone. She couldn't figure out how to do it on the
I see
laptop.
her. I see chicken.
There she is.
Hi, Chicky.
I think I
Nice
make your
to meet
meatballs tonight, someday.
Not high enough.
Hey,
Hi,
chicken.
Bubba.
Yeah, when's dinner?
Dude, take off the glasses, dude.
I hardly know you.
Take off the sweater.
It's on the stove on simmer right now. You can tell your mom.
You've got the meatballs cooking?
I'm fixing it.
Where did Chris go?
I'll be right back.
Gary's making sauce and meatballs.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't know about that.
No, it's
Oh
it's
my
really good.
gosh, look at
Yeah.
him.
All right,
Uh-oh.
you guys, even Renee's holding up her phone so you can hear Chicky.
I only see 2 pictures.
These are Marie's meatballs and sauce.
Nice.
I kid you not.
Looks good.
Drop that in the mail to me tonight, please.
Can you hold it up a little higher?
Oh, boy. Can you
Hi,
hold it?
Chicky.
Hi, everybody.
Can you hear us, Mom?
Hi.
No.
Okay.
Wait, is that Elizabeth Smith? Is that you, Elizabeth Smith?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
No, you can't hear them?
No.
You.
No, it's crazy.
You look exactly the same.
So do you.
Thank you. Hey, Laura.
All right, I'll turn it around again.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, how are you?
We're doing
We're good.
good. We're doing good. This is a great idea. A lot of people don't know
Just
us.
put up
so
a little higher.
we just lived there 3 years.
Slow.
Hi,
That's
Karen.
all you need, a crane.
Hi, Tracy. Tracy. Hi.
Yes. Hi.
Sure, Jennifer Mayette just joined
Hey,
us.
Jennifer.
I can't see.
Hi.
Here.
No?
No.
All right.
Karen.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Mayette's in the house.
I know I could see you in that picture.
Really?
Nobody else.
Coming?
Yeah, on the
Who knows?
I'm pointing it right towards it, Mom.
We can see you, Mrs. D.
She's squinting.
Can you see it?
Funny.
You can see, she says she can't see anybody.
Chicky.
Chicky. Hi, Chicky.
All right, they're all saying hello to you, Mom. They can all see you. They can all see your picture.
See her.
Hi,
Great. everybody. Well, that might, who knows?
Did
if
that-
anyone else is- Oh, Bob Nelson is here.
Hello.
All right, I'm sorry.
Bob, we want to see your face.
I'm sorry too.
Karen,
It was a nice try.
All right.
Here's
Well,
Bob
sure.
Nelson.
You enjoy it. I'll talk to you after.
Bye,
Okay.
Thank you.
Mrs. D,
Yep, all right. Well, wait a minute. What?
stay online, Mrs. D. You can still hear the conversation.
She said she can't really hear anything.
Okay.
All right.
That was
Send her
great,
love.
Renee.
Who's the administrator on here?
Kristen.
Kristen, can you record it?
Yep, it's being
All right.
recorded. Yep,
Record it and then put it on the Facebook page and I'll show it to her.
wonderful, wonderful.
All right, cool. Thanks. All
Merry
right.
Christmas.
All right. She said Merry Christmas, Mom. She'll record it.
And happy Hanukkah.
And Happy Hanukkah.
Holidays to everybody.
All right. She'll record it and then I'll show it to you. All right.
All right, enjoy it.
Okay.
Yay,
Bye.
we've got a group here, everybody. Renee, thank you so much for doing this.
We tried to set it up at her house yesterday, but she forgot how to do it.
Yeah, I don't think of it as a failure, though. I think it's wonderful that we did that much. That's fantastic.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, well, here I am. I want to tell everybody, first off, if you can't see all the faces, if you could go up to the top of your screen on the right and it says view, and if you click on that, you could choose speaker view or gallery view. You just click on gallery view and you can see everybody.
I thought you were gonna say.
Oh, I
the
got it. I got it.
Christmas
I got it.
Okay. Now we got the gallery.
And is there anybody else who's still struggling with technology, or are we all pretty good?
Mom, are you calling?
Good, but
Mom,
I got it.
Pretty good.
Mom, you're calling me. Do you know that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you know your?
That's priceless, Karen.
All right.
That's what she did not know.
I thought she wanted to have a little side conference.
Let's talk about people. All right, everybody. So I don't know where Tracy. Tracy, are you still here, honey? Maybe
Yeah.
she's taking a bathroom break.
See on the bottom, but I don't.
Oh,
the
Tracy's
video.
here, yeah.
Because we're all here because of Tracy. Tracy, she
There
is
she
the
is.
co-host for tonight. Tracy has been in touch recently because she's always been in touch with my mom, and we've been in touch. And she said there was nothing like the old days. She was caroling around Crane Road, and even though she's of the Jewish faith, Christmas caroling was a highlight. And I'm so excited that she reminded us. And it's because of her that we're all here today. And I think that this is just so great to see everybody. You gotta say, this is really, really awesome. So,
Very nice.
yeah.
Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you, Tracy.
Thank
And Kristen, And Kristen.
And Kristen, for sure.
Okay, Kristen. And we still get to go back
guys
to
are
the
awesome.
King's house for drinks and cocoa. We ended the trip with drinks back at the King.
That's right. Drinks was hot cocoa.
Drinks. It was hot cocoa. It would be
Kristen, I
something
asked
else now.
I asked my girls the best thing they ever had with you, the best time. They both said you did a New Year's Eve party many years ago. And at midnight, you had champagne glasses and you poured ginger ale into the champagne glasses for everybody to, and they thought at 7 and 8.5 that they were so cool. And then you let them stay over. Well, that was the highlight of their life.
Oh, that's great. That is great. All the things we don't even remember, but other people do. See that?
Yeah.
Yes. So we do have in mind a little bit of a music program. Don't get nervous. It could be fun. And we also do want to kind of catch up with everybody, for everyone to have a chance to just talk a little bit about whatever, about kind of where their life's taken them, or who's in their lives, or whatever it is you want to mention. So why don't we, Tracy, what do you think we should start with, my friend?
How about me?
Start with you.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob.
I figured out that, you know what? I'm probably the oldest kid who grew up on Crane Road. And and I just retired about back in June. Lois will be here in a little bit, but yeah, this is good. I really enjoy this, and this is super. And thank you, Tracy.
Yeah.
This is really super. Yeah, I've been in and out, back and forth from the Stanford House, and it's been a great. I started when I was 0, and 68, and it's been a long time. And we really thank you guys for doing this.
That's great. Bob, it was
Congratulations.
always exciting when you would come out and we would do some like snowball fights or other games. And you were always like that older teenager, but you would come out and hang out with us now and then. It was really
I was sort of their parent referee.
great. Well, welcome, Bob. It's so great to see you. You look wonderful, and congratulations on your retirement. And
Yep. Yes, Lois will be here shortly. Her last day was yesterday, so now we are completely retired.
yeah.
Nice. Good for you.
I remember when you were dating Lois and you were getting married, she always reminded me that she looked just like Barbie. Like a Barbie doll. She's so pretty. And you got the
I ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole.
All right, and we're gonna pull the wheel and we're gonna say, Chris Sinatra, do it up, man.
Hey,
Tell
guys,
us
how
about
are you?
Hi.
This is my
Chris.
better half, Deirdre.
Hi, Karen King.
Deirdre.
We have managed to get almost 2 miles away from Crane Road, Springdale, and regularly in contact with Gary and Tracy and Adam and Bubba, and was in touch with more of you guys. But we're doing well. We just got back about 2 hours ago from Lake Placid, so had a nice long weekend up there, and it's awesome to see you. And I was like trying to figure out who everybody was here, so I'm excited we're doing intros because I know pretty much everybody, but not everybody. And I just want to make sure my bow tie is on straight. So if it gets crooked, Mrs. Connors, yell at me like you used to.
I will.
Oh, that's great. I'll also mention, if you go back up to the view, if you want to see people's full faces while they talk, you could go back up to that view button and click on the speaker view, and you could see people's faces bigger when they're talking, in case you didn't know that. Yes. So, Chris, I'm so glad to see you. Welcome back. I'm glad you made it a priority to be here with us and to bring Deirdre along. It's very nice to meet you, Deirdre. Do you want to say a little bit about yourself?
Oh, wow. I know Karen actually since I think right out of college.
Since Printmark, right?
She worked at Printmark and I owned an ad agency and I loved her.
I loved you too.
We had so much fun. And so wow, that's you're my throwback on here.
Yeah, no kidding.
I was kind of to a Crane reunion. Wasn't exactly a reunion.
No,
What was
just-
it? Like 8 years ago, I met a bunch of you. What was it? A party in Bubba's backyard or something? Bubba's
Yeah,
mom.
Bubba came into town and we just needed a reason
Mrs.
to
Connor's backyard.
invade the Connors house.
That was introduction to the group. So
That's what we get called thrown into the deep end.
what?
That's great. Chris, are you in real estate? Because I've seen you on Facebook kind of introducing different homes around the area.
Yeah, I'm a realtor in the Stanford area, and had the best year ever thanks to COVID, which is kind of a weird thing to say, but
Yeah.
it's true. And yeah, I think 32. I've helped 32 people get new houses this year, so it's kind of very rewarding.
Wow, that's great. Congratulations.
Nice.
I'm out that this is Disneyland. Remember they said that in the paper last week? I thought that was so cool. Stanford, living in
Yeah.
Stanford is like living in Disney World.
That would make me goofy.
He hasn't changed.
Oh, that's great.
No, Bob, I haven't changed. Lois.
That's
Yeah, Lois has
Sinatra.
entered the building. Here she is.
Lois.
We have Lois with us. Hi, Lois. Hi,
Hi,
Barbie.
Lois.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Would you like to say anything,
Hi.
Lois?
We're very happy to be here, even though we're very far apart. We're not.
That's right. Yeah. Very good. Well, welcome. We're so glad you're here, All right, and let's pull it out to the Smiths. Beth and Norm Smith, hello.
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 Probably a
might
lot
be
of
the
you
farthest
don't know
distance.
us because we only lived on Crane Road 3 years, from 1967 to 1970. So some of you probably weren't even born yet. But we lived across the street from Renee and her family. So remember Renee well.
Yeah, remember you well.
And Joan and Earl just kind of took us under their wing. We were young people from Indiana, and we didn't know what we were doing on the East Coast. And let's see, of course, Pat Connors, I knew her well, and all the King children and the Pinciera children. So we had a lot of good times, a lot of parties, and Kristen and Elizabeth, our daughter, were good friends. And I think I tried to teach, maybe I taught her a little bit, Kristen, how to play the piano, and we would sing songs. And so we had a lot of fun. And Norm worked in the city, so I was home by myself a lot. And Joan and I, we walked to town. Remember that, Joan? Yeah. Push the strollers and go to town. So it was fun. And I think, I don't see Chris right now. I think Chris and Elizabeth were similar ages and maybe walked to Belltown School together. So thank you for having us. Good idea.
I'm so glad you're here with us. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for making the time. And Mr. Smith, you look wonderful too. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine. You know, we've been doing, just like all of you have, a lot of sheltering at home in this last 7 or 8 months, but we're doing well. We're staying active. You know, we get a lot of walks. We get out. We don't see a lot of people. We do socially distance, and we wear a mask now and then. And what's that?
All the time.
All the time, yeah. And I'm still active. Earl always was sort of active playing ball and things like this. Well, I have stayed active. I still play tennis, and 2 or 3 times a week now. And we're in Florida, and so I can play golf once in a while. I don't like that as well, but we're doing pretty well.
Yeah, and I hear you're busy with grandchildren.
Great grandchildren, you got it.
Great grandchildren. Wow.
The last 2 days, we've been with both of them. We have a boy named Conrad and a girl named Kaya, K-Y-A-H. And so we've spent time with them, and, you know, appropriate time based on COVID. But that's where we're at. That's fun too.
Wonderful, beautiful family you have. And I can't believe Elizabeth is a grandma.
I
Elizabeth,
know.
why
It's
did you do that?
exciting.
How did that happen?
That's right.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us how you're doing, Liz?
Sure. My name was Elizabeth Smith, and it's now Hassie. And I live in Indiana. And I have 3 daughters and 2 grandchildren, and 1 more on the way in February. So my husband retired a year ago, and we practiced retirement before he retired, and now we have figured it out. We travel a lot, which is wonderful, having family in Florida. So we get to go down there and visit with them. And I stay involved in Bible studies up here, and I help in a mom's time out group at our church. So I tend to have even more friends that are like my daughter's age, because that seems to be what I get matched up with. But like to work out. In fact, we got to golf Friday in December in Indiana, and that never happens, my husband and I. So, but yeah, we're doing great. And Kristen, I got to see Kristen, I think it's been 3 years now, when she was in Indianapolis on business. So that was very enjoyable, and caught up with her, and she got to see my sister, Carol joined us, and my husband, Jim. So yeah, we're doing great.
Yeah, that's great. I'm so glad you're here. And actually, I would just call you EA, because that's what your dad would always call you, Elizabeth Ann, EA.
Yes. Yep. Good memory. I even have golf shoes now with my EA still lives on. Still my nickname by my closest friends.
Yeah, well, there you go. Wonderful, wonderful.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you for.
So glad you're here, Liz. Thanks.
Thanks, Kristen.
All right, Mrs. Connors, we want to hear from you.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm just
just wondering what my son Christopher's doing. Looks like he's reading.
That'll be a
Not
first.
paying attention to anybody. Oh, gosh, nothing. I'm fine. Still sewing away over here. My dining room table never gets uncovered to eat on. That's it. I haven't been out much except walking around Crane Road. Did you see me with my walker? I'm out there. Did it today. That's it. That's my life now.
What are you sewing?
What?
What are you sewing?
I'm making a birth announcement for my sister's granddaughter, Elena, was born on Columbus Day, and I'm still working on finishing up a counter cross stitch picture with all Beatrix Potter critters in it.
Oh,
So
Pretty.
that's it.
Mrs. Connors, I've never known you to be anything different. I would always, I don't know if you could ever eat at that dining room table because there was always
No,
swatches.
I promise to have it cleaned up by next Saturday, though.
Why, what's for dinner?
Yeah, well, that's to be discussed on Saturday, I think. What we're gonna have for Christmas dinner, or Christmas Eve dinner, I guess. I should have Brian and Wendy over, and the table's big enough that we can socially distance at it without a problem. Because it's expanded all the way from my hobbies. That's it. Yeah, life is very quiet here lately. So at least I have my hobbies to keep me busy.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. How nice. How nice. One day this last summer, I think I was in Crane Road and Mr. Pensero came out and Mrs. Connors came out and Vicky came out and we had a little court. We're all in our masks, right? But you all made it out and visited. It's wonderful to see that you're all able to still keep in touch like that and help each other, support each other, you know. It's wonderful.
Well, Laura, where's your father? He has a computer.
No, I tried to convince him to set things up, but it didn't quite work. But he sends his love and he really enjoys
You have to get Chicky and
everybody.
All I have to do is click a button. I keep telling him, Chicky,
Well,
you can't blow the house up. She's afraid something's gonna happen if she presses a button.
You know, I was thinking of bringing my laptop down so we could all, you know, the older people could join in and stuff. COVID, I'm like, you know, I could have had them all around the dining room table, but next time I didn't want to do that because of COVID. But,
Right.
You know, definitely next time.
I know that's what we tried yesterday, Laura. Tim went down there. We got the laptop all set up, but I just think she'd.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the COVID, I would go up and sit with her.
Yeah.
Or she could come down
Next
here
year,
and be
guys.
with me on mine.
I mean, we'll pick one house and everybody will be at one house and we'll have computer geeks behind them.
And it can be this time next year, I bet.
Yes.
Hopefully, yeah.
For sure.
Definitely.
Laura, why don't you tell us about yourself? How are you?
Things are great. Things are great despite, you know, everything the COVID. It's wonderful to see Jennifer. I even ran into one of the Kinahan girls. It's, you know, these are people I used to babysit for, man. It's great, you know. The life in Ridgefield, I live in Ridgefield, a small little town. I love it. I can't get away from Crane Road even if I tried because it is what it is. But I love seeing everybody when I go down. And, you know, I really appreciate all the support with my dad that, you know, the neighbors are you know, it just breaks my heart with happiness that everybody's there when we need one another. We may not talk for a while, but, you know, it's great. It's great. So all's good. I'll brag a little. I have a beautiful niece and nephew who I love very, very much and doing phenomenal despite everything. And I miss them completely. I just don't see them enough, but you know, that's probably how it'll always be. But yeah, no, things are great. Things are great. Shout out to Kathy King there for all the awesome work you do. I just cannot thank you enough for all the hospital stuff and just being there.
Good
Casey,
luck.
Something, Kathy.
Kathy worked at Stanford Hospital at the height of the pandemic and just really.
Don't tell people that.
It's wonderful. All right, I'll shut up, but thank you.
All right, we'll go from Laura over to Susan. Hi, Susan.
Hi, guys. I had to make a quick change of location. My computer wasn't working very well, but it's so good to see you all. And I couldn't have said it better what Laura said. We're so grateful that, we have this community, and everyone's been so great with, my dad's recovery, and, he's doing great. He just, did not, really have the technology to get on the call today, but thank you guys. It's great. I live still in Connecticut, but I'm in Simsbury, which is northwest of Hartford. So it's a really great little community here. It's not the same as Crane Road, but it's pretty nice. I'm married to Keith, and we have 2 kids, as Laura said, her niece and nephew, and they're in college. So that's had its own challenges, with the COVID situation. My son was one of those kids graduating last year in class of 2020 with something else. But, they're all doing pretty well. And I am keeping busy. I'm an adaptive ski instructor. So now we're getting, ready for our season. We're still going to go ahead. I also coach Special Olympics skiing, and we have a great group. We're smaller this year, but hopefully this is just an anomaly, and next year we'll be back on track. But looking forward to that. My family we have found stuff to do outside, keeping socially distant. We're hoping to learn how to cross country ski this winter, so that'll be nice. And that's it. It's just good to see you all.
Good to see you too. Great to see you, Susan. Yay. We got you. And also, we have this recorded, so your dad can watch it another time in a different
That's
way.
great.
So he can still see us, so. All right, I'm going to move over to my co-host, Tracy Edelkoff. Let's get those Edelkoffs in here. Hi, dear. How are you today?
Hello, I'm doing well. So I have been.
Oh, tough time.
Come on now, you could do this.
In true Edelkoff fashion. Emotional. I am my mother's daughter. What can I tell you?
Wish I could hug you.
It's okay.
You're in a safe place with friends.
I am. I'm doing great. Most of you probably know I wasn't going to talk about it, but it is what it is, and the battle's halfway there. Those of you who don't know, I'm battling breast cancer. I have 1 more chemo treatment, and I will have surgery January 15th. So I'm excited to get that behind me and welcome 2021 in an amazing, healthy state, and celebrate my 50th like no other. So that happens in March. So I'm just planning ahead, and I'm gonna rock it and be well. Life is good. The Crane Road community is amazing. Can't do it without you guys, and of course my family. So just looking forward to 2021 and new hopes.
We love you, Tracy.
Hi, Cap.
You reach out.
Love you guys. Thanks for all your support. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yay, Tracy, you did it. And we're here all because of you. What you're doing. And your hardest times, you're still the one moving us and doing things. Thank you. Thank you for getting through that and being here and making this happen. Beautiful.
Thank you.
And by a show of hands, who hates her for being still in her 40s? Like me.
Well, I got my partner in crime here too. She's got a whole other year.
All right, Gary, up to you, Gary and Kathy. Let's do this. You're out by the campfire.
Hello, everyone. I'm not sure if everyone knows me and Kathy, but Gary Edelkoff grew up on Parade Road. And Kathy and I have been together for the last 4 years. And we've actually moved to our third state. We're now in Silver Spring, Maryland, after we moved from New York to Chicago and then to DC, and now here in Maryland. We'll stay here a while. Been living in a city apartment for the last 20, 25 years, so try to have a fire every night.
Are you in the hallway?
Sorry? What'd you say, Sasha?
I want to know if you made a fire in the hallway, or if that's actually in your apartment.
No, I actually have a backyard after about 3 decades, so it's nice. And Kathy can tell you a little bit about her, because nobody knows anything about her except for a couple of people on those screens.
Well, I do know some of you, so I feel very lucky that I'm invited to come and join your gang. So
Well, you are
Gary
very-
and I've been together 4 years. I'm not from around here. I'm from the other side of the pond.
Yeah.
I was blessed enough to find Gary, and we're very happy. So we're living the dream in Silver Spring. Who'd have thunk it? In the Cove. Yeah, all good.
And I just want to thank Tracy and Kristen for making this happen. Everybody knows we had that real reunion years ago, which we still treasure the photos and the video and the pictures and the stories and the memories. We didn't have this technology then. We have it now, thank goodness. And we can do this, and we can continue to do this as a holiday event every year at least, right? So,
Yeah.
Tracy, you're a rock star. You're going to be great. And Kristen, thank you for coordinating this and making it happen from an IT standpoint. I know it's a lot of work.
And Gary,
Next time we'll put Chris Connors in charge.
Yeah.
She's got it all
I
over
would-
Lenny and Chicky, obviously. She made that clear.
I would have missed it if my mother didn't remind me that that we had a 2-hour time change, so I would have been by myself. That's how that would go if I was in charge.
all right, Chris, do it up, man. Give us a little update.
Okay, well, you know, what I was reading was something that I read. Believe it or not, I found this book on my shelf, staring at it. But when I came back for the reunion, the real reunion, I had this something I read on the way there, and this is both for the people that are here and the people that aren't. Mr. and Mrs. Edelkoff, my dad, Mrs. Pensiero, but I just thought this was a cool passage, and I'll read part of it. How they live on, those giants of our childhood, and how well they managed to take even death in their stride, because although death can put an end to them right enough, it can never put an end to our relationship with them. Wherever or however else they may have come to life since, it is beyond a doubt that they live still in us. Memory is more than looking back to a time that is no longer. It is a looking out into another kind of time altogether, where everything that ever was continues not just to be, but to grow and to change with life that is in it still, the people we love. I'll stop there. But I just thought that was something cool. I don't even remember how many years ago the Crane Road reunion was, but it's funny, I just saw the book and I looked for that. So I'm in Elizabeth, Colorado. I have 4 horses, 2 dogs, 3 cats.
One wife.
I'm on 10 acres. We're out in the boonies. I am starting a new job tomorrow as a project manager for a cabinet company. So I've just had the last week off, and Suzanne and I are doing really well. Suzanne works for Kaiser Permanente and her job's going great. We love living in the country. I never thought, you know, growing up on Crane Road, I'd ever live in the middle of nowhere, but we love it. We like the lifestyle, and but I love coming back to visit Crane Road. And I remember I was back in last February, and I just took a walk down to CVS, and I just had this flood of memories going by all the houses, and you know, this person lived there, that person lived there, and it's a special place. So thank you everybody for organizing this. It's awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Thanks so much. That poem was like a prayer. I felt very, very inspired, just so timely. Thank you for sharing that with us. Just beautiful. Thank you. And tell Suzanne we said hello too.
I will.
Yeah. Hey, how about anything on your brother? What's up with Brian these days?
Brian is working at the, what's the name of the building, Mom? The Trump Plaza? The Trump Plaza?
Trump downtown Stamford.
Whatever it is. Yeah, he's a
Site
operations manager for the building. Yeah.
Something like that.
And he can't be tonight. He can't be here tonight because he's under investigation.
No, he's probably repairing a window that got broken by somebody who's on either side of Trump. I don't know.
He's trying to jump out the window again.
Somebody broke the window the other night. One of those
Then he's going to get fired.
All right. Well, I am so excited that Jennifer Mayette is here. I kind of almost raised you and Michelle when you were just little. I would babysit.
I know.
Years and years. So it's so great to see you. I ran into
When Mrs. O'Connell was saying about the New Year's Eve party, it just totally rung true for me too. I have many happy memories of all of the things we did on Crane Road, Christmas caroling, Halloween, all the block parties. I mean, can you believe the block parties we had? So I have so many happy memories and we have so many friendships, and I don't live far away from Crane Road. So whenever my mom is in Florida, and so whenever she comes to visit, we always wind up, if not going to visit the Keenahan family, we at least take a drive around Crane Road just to see, you know, the old neighborhood, and, you know, we have all these great memories of Crane Road. So, and I really love that we got to do this virtually this year. So that's kind of fun too. Thank you for doing that.
And do you know that, so my mom, Joan, grew up on Crane Road, and she babysat for Helga, your mom. And I think your mom may have babysat for the Kings. And then we babysat for you guys, you know. And,
I think so, a few times.
You know, it's crazy. It's a beautiful little interplay there, isn't it? Yeah, welcome. Send your mom our best, and
it is. I have to say, I tell my husband all the time about like growing up on Crane Road, because he didn't have a neighborhood like that growing up, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. It was amazing. It was like the best childhood. Like we all knew each other. So again, many happy memories, and you know that my mom grew up there. Basically, her whole life too was kind of amazing that I got to grow up there also. So
when I babysat,
lots of connections.
I also had Tante. She would be around all the time. Your aunt.
I remember her.
And give us a little bit about Michelle. What can you tell us a little bit about Michelle?
Michelle lives. Yeah, she's up in Chicopee, Massachusetts. She has 2 beautiful daughters who are getting bigger and bigger every day. Emma and Caroline, they're in 6th grade and 4th grade now, so they're getting big. And you know, she has to take a test or something for work tomorrow, which is why she couldn't be here tonight. She's like, my anxiety's through the roof. I have to take a test. She's like, I can't do it. Okay, don't worry. But you know, she obviously sends her love and misses everybody too. But they're doing really well. So she's up there in Massachusetts. It's not that far, so we get to see each other once in a while, pre-COVID. But you know, not as often as I'd like. But that's good. So, like I said, I'm still here in Stamford. I'm still local. I'm a teacher, so.
Yeah, that's great. Wow. Welcome. We're so glad you're here.
That's cool.
All right, let's put it on Diane.
Oh, I teach in I teach in Greenwich at Riverside School.
Thanks. Hi, Diane.
Hi, Kristen.
Hi.
I'm the one that lives next door to the McMansion, the new and
New
exciting, huge McMansion. So we'll see how it goes. I retired last year after 33 years of working at Trinity Catholic High School, a job that I loved with all my heart and soul. Retirement for most people is great. I just missed the kids at school terribly. They were my world, my love, my life, but I'm getting through it. And with COVID, you know, I wouldn't have been there anyway. Then the school closed after all this time. So things are very different for me. But I have a wonderful granddaughter who I love very much, and I have so much fun with her. It's a lot of fun. I just happen to have, since one lady said she could brag, my Brooke was picked to be Clara in the Nutcracker.
Wow.
I was very excited about that, and she had a wonderful time. And so life is good for me. That's all that matters to me, is everything's good. Everybody I know, fortunately, is healthy. And that's the biggest and most important thing in my world.
Well, we're so glad to see you, and Glenn is doing well, and both Alicia and Christy, everybody's doing well.
Everyone's doing well. Everyone is good. Christy is working for Temple University. She's running they have a new thing where when you're in school, you can live off campus, but in a dorm, but you rent the apartments. So she's kind of managing the 186 apartments and loves it, absolutely loves it. And Alicia is a stay-at-home mom, and she was 50 years old today. I can't believe my baby is 50 years old. But so she's a stay-at-home mom, and she's very happy doing that. So everything is good.
That's great. Do you remember, you guys, I babysat for your kids. You took me to see the Bee Gees at Madison.
I remember that. I have a piece of paper here. This is what they said. Please remember to tell Kristen how we took you to see the Bee Gees. And Christy said about the New Year's Eve party, and you walking, my girls were so honored that you walked them to the park every day. That was the biggest thing, that Kristen King walked with them to the park. That was so cool for them. What else, if I could see?
I was like a mama duck. I was like a mama duck with all
Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Oh, one night you dressed, you took them outside on the deck and you did their hair and you put blue eyeshadow on. And they were thrilled beyond words that you did that. Oh, and Alicia said this one. One night you were supposed to babysit and you were an hour late. So your mother sent Greg over. Greg was their dream man. You know, they were like 12 or maybe 10 and 12. And Greg King, gorgeous, adorable Greg King, babysat for them, and they were both in their pajamas and they were dying. After all, you don't have a teenage, good-looking, adorable boy come over and babysit for you when you're in your pajamas at 10 and 12. So they wanted you to know that story. What else? I guess that's it. That was all Kristen's stories.
Yeah, thank you. That was really great, Diane. I really enjoyed that. Thank you.
Thank you for doing this. Yeah. And my love and hugs to you, Tracy, and God bless. Everything's going to be fine.
That's right. That's right. Well, Renee, you're my most loyal, and I'm near the end. I'm so glad you're here. Tell us all about you. How are you?
I'm good. You know, running back and forth to Crane Road, trying to take care of my mother lately. You know, she's had her little ups and downs, but she's almost 100% again, which is wonderful. I have my youngest living in England, so we haven't been able to see her in a year because of COVID. So fingers crossed for the summer visit. My other one my oldest is in Chicago, so we haven't been able to see her for about a year either. So thank God for FaceTime. And my son is local, so he pops in every once in a while, but you know, we socially distance with him. Other than that, you know, I'm working in a school, so Karen, I know what it's like, and anybody else who's working in a school, it's wonderful wearing a mask all day long.
Crazy.
Yeah. And Tracy, God bless. Everything will work out for you. Fingers crossed, prayers to you.
Yeah.
And I remember babysitting for all four of you.
Oh, gosh, bless your heart.
Yeah, right?
And Renee, you were like
there too.
Pardon?
I said, was Sinatra over too?
No. No, just a
It was
fair
not
Mary
allowed.
Renee, you were like the first teenager, like who grew up and got married. You were like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, because I got married young.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah,
And we're still together 40 plus years.
yeah, wonderful. Fantastic. Beautiful. All right, I think we're on to some kings now. Let's start with you, Joni and Earl. Let's hear what you got to say.
Okay, well, Springfield is the best place to grow up in. But now I see that, Crane Road, Belltown is right up there with I grew up there, and it all turned out, to be wonderful people. And I'm very happy to see everyone together and getting along. I've been retired now 30 years. 30. I'm 92. And we're coping with the stamp collection. I play with that. I always remember Norm and I used to throw the football around out on Crane Road, and he had a golden arm. He overthrew me about 2 times. You still have that arm, Norm? Hold it up.
A little creaky.
Yeah, it's a little creaky, but it's not bad.
So I'm very, very happy to be able to see you all on the computer here.
Thanks, Dad. Good to see you.
He's still raking leaves. He's doing a little gardening. He's amazing. He really, really is.
How was that daylily I gave you? Still blooming?
Still blooming. It's beautiful. Oh, we've had to transplant and separate it. It just keeps producing. It's beautiful. Thank you.
And Bobby Nelson, is Bobby still on there?
Yeah.
He just had to put the dog out because poor Ranger, who's 12, needs to go out. If he doesn't eat the bunny rabbits on the way, we're okay.
When I was here, I was coaching up at Belltown Field.
I know, Bob loves those memories.
And we were short a person on the 15-year-old Babe Ruth League. And I just was doing something in the yard, and I saw Bobby Nelson walk by, and I said, Bobby, you're about 15. Would you like to be playing on the team? He said, oh, yes. And he was there, and I gave him a uniform, and he played, and he was a very good walker.
Very happy memories. Thank you.
Okay, is it my turn? Okay, I'm going to go right first. I love you all. Beth, you know you're special. Norm, I always loved it. Every Friday night he used to bring Beth flowers. And of course, my boyfriend here had never thought of this. So Norm,
You can pick them out in the yard.
I was hoping you would help, but Norm went and brought me some flowers. And he said, I'm going to teach him how to do it. Norm, it didn't work.
Okay.
I'm still waiting for it, but that's all right. I go out and buy my own flowers. And Pat, of course, is my strength all these years.
Saying how he got you into the baseball thing.
All right, Laura, God love you for coming in, checking on your dad so often. All you people, Renee, and I know it means a lot to them because when my children come, it really means a lot to me.
It's great. I certainly don't mind. And I love that you, when you guys need something, you come to me. If I can run across the street like I have to drop something off, please, certainly don't mind, It is, it's because I mean, I love going down and just hanging with people, but it's all good. It's all good.
It's nice that we can support each other.
Absolutely.
And also, Laura has to be known as the person who does errands for me. When I can't run across the lawns anymore, but if I have something to go to a neighbor, I call Laura.
I'm happy to do it.
Well, I'm happy you're happy.
If things keep going the way they do, I will start charging.
Not to say that with Ellen's passing, I read all the things that people had written where they had comments made, and you had written such a beautiful. It was written from the heart, and it was really noticeable. But I thank you for writing it because you put in that message that any of us think. And Elizabeth, thank you for keeping me up to date when your mother has a birthday and all the things that going. Like Chris Connors, I always love the little things that you send up. And Jennifer, thank your sister also for putting so many pictures of her in. I do enjoy that. And Bobby and Lois,
Oh, good.
She's still a Bobby. The kids always refer to. And Gary, I can't say enough. We shared our hearts together. So your father loves those kids so much. Tracy, you are my inspiration. And if any of you have a blue day, a bumpy day, you call Tracy because she will pick you up when you're down. I don't do anybody, and she's her daughter, her mother's daughter. And also she's now a believer in St. Anthony, right?
That's right.
And Renee, you know, you're wonderful.
Thank you.
And all my kids, Karen and Kathy, thank you for all you did even Saturday. I mean, somebody gave up their time to Mom ready for Christmas and did a lot of work here, so God love you. Bobby, I have to say you weren't the oldest kid because I moved to Crane Road when I was 13. And I had my growing up on here, so it was another. We didn't have any kids. I only had one left. It was my age. But then when we got married, 2 years later, we bought the house from my parents. It's all the transfer. I could have moved a couple of times. We looked for big houses because our family was a. And 3 times I saw houses that I loved and I couldn't move because I couldn't take my family or my everyone of you a sense that I really feel that you are my children. And one time, one of my children said, you know why we never got in trouble? We had too many mothers. Mothers here on Crane Road, if they saw something that your child shouldn't be doing, they would take care of it without even saying anything to the parents. But we never found another neighborhood like it was a perfect place. I'm keeping the old boy going, and he's keeping me going, and it's coming along. And I love the walk. I really do.
So my mom would call us in at night with the clap. She would clap very, 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 very loudly. We would all know that was me. And Mr. Connors would have this kind of whistle. He could just pull it out. Mr. Walker had a different whistle. He whistled though, you know.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Lutley would say, Pamela! With the British accent, she would just shout out, and it was pretty funny, you know.
David, come in here. David.
Oh, can I stop there? I think the funniest thing is Beth made a meatloaf.
Here's the fire department story.
Yes, and set it on fire. And the fire, you know, the downtown came because we were right on the borderline of the town of Stamford and also the volunteer. So we had trucks all over the place, and we had all these firemen running around. And the last thing, the fireman comes out with the burnt loaf.
I remember that.
Don't tell David.
No, David.
But one time she asked me to go up to Jack Levine's, the pharmacy, right, to get the paper, the Advocate. It was 10%. It was 10 cents at that point, right? I went up, paid for the paper. She gave me a check for 10 cents. Yep.
I love it.
Oh, that's great. That is great. All right, Kathy Kane, I love your Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Turn on your mic. Turn on your mic, Kat.
It's what I have this year. It's the easiest thing up. So I still live in Connecticut, but I went to college in New Britain, and that's where I kind of ended up. Recently I made friends again through Facebook with Kathy Haggerty. And in fact, we went for a walk today. We get together every once in a while. We go for walks on Saturdays or Sundays and all that. And she was sorry she couldn't make it here today because I reminded her of this, but she had some other plans that she couldn't change. So, but she's doing very well. And she said to say hello to everyone. And most of you, except for Renee, I think I babysat for most of you kids. For most of my memories, and I was a little bit younger than Bobby's there. So, most of my memories are with Pam and Kevin and Karen and Renee. So I remember I learned how, and I still know the words to the song Hair that I learned in their basement. Give me a head of hair, long. I know all the words and I sing it all the time when I hear it on the radio, and it's thanks to Renee. I don't know if you remember that, but it was a long day, I guess, in your basement. We all learned those songs.
Yeah, I remember I took my daughter to see that on Broadway too.
I don't know, why was that such a popular thing? It really was. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
No, good times on Crane Road. That's all I really have to say. I'm a nurse. I'm not a teacher. It seems like a lot of you are teachers, but I'm a nurse and I work for the Army National Guard. And but I'm not really involved with a lot of the COVID stuff. I'm like their ocean nurse, so I take care of mostly the mechanics who are working on aircraft and trucks and things like that, keeping them maintained for the weekend warriors that we have. And that's about it. I don't really have too much else to say. Right?
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
He is a retired colonel.
Yeah, I retired from the National Guard about 2 years ago, but I still work for them Monday through Friday as a civilian employee. That's all.
Great big sister I got there. You were actually, I was telling, well, my son and my husband hear everything about everything. So, but I was telling Matthew today that like I was the youngest of that upper generation, and then I was the oldest of the next generation. So I know what you mean, Kathy, by the different kind of age groups. But you taught us a lot of songs and a lot of games and stuff. You were kind of the orchestrator of that other generation, you know.
A lot of it came from Girl Scouts. One thing I do have to say though is I did retire from the National Guard. And when I was retiring, they said, "Oh, do you want to go into the state militia?" It's like, we have a militia? Yeah, we have a state militia. I said, "Oh, sure. What do you do? Do you like muster up every month or something?" They said, no. It's kind of an honorary thing. I mean, the state militia can only work in Connecticut. And I was thinking, well, okay, the only state that's smaller than us is Rhode Island. And I don't think we're going to go attack Rhode Island anytime. So I thought that would be kind of a neat thing. And then sure enough, when the COVID hit, they did call me up for a couple of weeks to work with them. So Connecticut still has a militia, and I think I was the first person who's been called up in the last like 40 years or something like that. But I even got a medal out of it. So watch out, you know.
That is funny.
Great, thanks, Kat. All right, Karen. Hi, Karen.
Okay, so my sister Kathy's also, Kathy, were you the first female colonel, or you were the highest ranking female in Connecticut or something like that?
I wasn't the first, but I was the only, well, I was the highest ranking female for a while.
Yeah.
So, you know, but yeah. But I mean, but I wasn't the first colonel, but yeah, I was, it's not easy, but yeah, I got there and I don't know. Well, it was good. I don't want to brag about it. It was good.
She was Colonel King. So, you know, Chris, I don't know if Chris Connors, Are you there? Chris, I don't know if you know
Yes.
this, but I worked for Kaiser Permanente for like, 15 years down in New York. I was in sales and marketing for them. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
I love
I'll
working.
have to go again.
Yeah, I love Kaiser. I love Kaiser Permanente. But after working there in sales and marketing, I went to become a teacher. I went back to school and got my master's, and I have been teaching now in Newtown for 21 years.
Wow.
So I teach. So wait, where's Jennifer? You still here? Oh, there you are. Jennifer, what grade do you teach?
I'm still here.
What?
I teach second grade. I used to teach preschool and kindergarten for about 12 years, and now it's like 8 years in second grade. So
wow, bless your heart. And so I've always taught fourth, fifth, or sixth, and I've always thought the younger they are, the harder.
Oh no, bless your heart.
I think I'm mentally and emotionally stuck at fifth and sixth grade. I think that's where I stopped. So I fit in perfectly with the kids. And teaching has been like, has been insane for the past 2 years. But and right now we're out. We were in for a long time, and now Newtown's gone home, back to remote learning, and then we'll hopefully go back. They say we'll be back in January, but I don't believe it. So we'll see what happens. And that's all I got. So I live in Bethel, Connecticut, which is next to Danbury, and which is the only small town I could find in Connecticut that I could afford, where I could live in town and walk everywhere. So I live in a condo right outside my door. The fire department's over there. There's an ice cream place over there. There's the library. There's pubs. There's everything within walking distance. And I have a dog, Mona. Mona. He's my best friend during these COVID times. And I'm really happy these days. And I'm so grateful for, I'm very grateful for the many networks of friends that I have come to recognize over these past year or two. I have to say the gift that has come with COVID is that circles have gotten smaller, and there's fewer distractions, and it makes me appreciate things more that I don't think I had the time or attention to pay attention to before. You know what I mean? I was always sort of drawn in so many different directions. And so I'm so grateful for Crane Road, and I'm so grateful for my family. And I'm so grateful for my job. Like, I have the best job in the world, and my dog. I'm feeling very grateful these days for my life. Like, I think I'll look back on there's many chapters of our lives, right? Many beautiful chapters, and one of them was Crane Road, and that was wonderful. This is also a wonderful chapter right now, and so I'm just appreciating things like that. Anyway. Sound like I've been drinking, but I haven't, I swear to God. I'm just emotional. And Tracy, I don't know, Tracy, you don't know how many prayers you have been sent in your honor for you and for your health and for your family and for your mom. This has been because we're not always in touch doesn't mean that we're not here. And there's not a person on here who you couldn't call upon to help you in any way that you needed. We're the kind of friends who were there that you don't have to be in touch with for years, and you could still call and we'd be there in a heartbeat. So
Absolutely.
I hope you can feel the love, and if you can't, we're all very reachable. You know what I mean? Seriously.
Absolutely.
Even if you wanted to get together as a small group sometime, or you just wanted to have like a girls' night or something online, we can do all of that together. So we're here for you. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I babysat all of the Edelkoffs as well, and the Pensieros, and Elizabeth Smith, I believe, at some point, and and of course the Sinatras, of course. And the last thing,
made you stronger, I'm sure.
What?
Made you much stronger person for it.
That's so true, so true. But I also am in touch with Pam Lutley and Jeff Lutley, and vaguely, but like we're in touch like maybe twice a year. We talk on the phone, and I'm in touch with Valerie Walker and Terry Walker. Both live here in Bethel, so I see them occasionally. Valerie more than Terry, and on occasion, because I love live music, I occasionally run into Steve Morell, who is, He
Wow.
plays, yeah. And, you know, he's become like, I know he's out there, but he is a world-renowned harmonica player. He's a very famous, like, and renowned and accomplished harp player. And I've heard him play the harmonica, and I'll be places where people are playing music, and then all of a sudden he gets up and everybody stops and they go, "Is that Steve Morel?" I'm like, "Yes, that's Steve Morel." So he has accomplished a lot in his own arena. And he always brings up Crane Road. Like, he always wants to talk about Crane Road and his childhood. So he feels the love too, just so you know.
All right. So I'll go now. All right. I do want to give a shout out to a couple people. One, Gary, I wanted to tell you that the real reunion we had, which was phenomenal, was a big part of your efforts. I remember you and Chris Sinatra maybe, and probably some other, Laura, I think you were part of that. There were a bunch of you.
And your mom.
And my mom. But I just remember you guys bringing in all the food and all the grills, like you really pulled it out for us. So thank you. I want to give it.
It's about time, Kristen, that we do that again. So as soon as this garbage is over, next summer, plan on, just block out the entire summer. Plan on another Crane Road reunion at Belltown Park, so there's no excuses. Pat, I'll carry you up the street if you need, because I know your son will not be able to fly in that weekend because he's lame with a capital L. And
I was there for the last one, so.
It's true. That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
I made it.
That's right. And
People who live 5 minutes
we'll
away
get
did.
together in person and we can actually hug and, and do all the stuff like this. And yeah. So, but we'll see how the next few months goes, and hopefully it'll be a distant memory. We can all say, remember when, but I'm looking forward to planning that with anybody who wants to get involved. So stay
Happy
tuned.
to help again, Chris. If you need an extra hand, happy to help.
Always. I only have two. So, Gary did most of the work last time, and Kristen and you. So I just kind of jumped in, but the more hands, the merrier. And I think it's only a 2-hour flight from Indiana. So you guys can come in and Florida. And everything. So Kristen didn't want to interrupt, but I wanted to get that out there because I think you have to put it out there and plan positively. So
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm an activities person. I say let's plan date, time, place, and get that license or whatever we need to get that. Anyway, we'll talk about that after. But I'm in. That sounds great. So, and Chris Sinatra, you haven't changed a bit. You just come out with the funniest things and just so you. It's so cool. We think we change a lot. We think we change the way we look. We think maybe people won't recognize us. Our lives change. Everything changes. But then when you get together with people who knew you from forever, it's so cool that they still know you. They recognize you, and then they also know your heart. And it is just the coolest thing. So this is very lifting for me. But I want to give a special shout out to Elizabeth Smith, because she was my Crane Road friend who took me to Brownie Scouts over at Belltown School. And even though you were just in our neighborhood for 3 years, we've stayed such good friends. I was in her wedding and she came to my wedding in Rhode Island. And anyway, we've kept in very special friendship. So, and then, so while I babysat a lot, I also have like my peers. So that would be Elizabeth. And then Susan went to school with me. We were in the same classroom at St. Bridget's School from 1st to 8th grade, like in the same classroom with only 20 kids or so. So we have a long kind of core shared experience. And then we went on to Catholic High together too. We kind of found different groups of friends that were all kind of interrelated, and then we went on. And then actually I went to Rhode Island College and she went to Providence College down the street. So we kept in touch a little bit then, but you're like a long-term core friend.
Yep, lifetime, long-term.
That's right. I think we even put our names in the yearbook together. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Remember, we could write like this code of the cool things about high school. We had each other. And then Floridora right behind her, we weren't in the same grade, but we sure carried a long-term life together and friendship. And I still get to see you probably more often than anybody. When I go to Stanford, I often see you because you're at your dad's and stuff. I love hearing about everything, you know, in that. So, well, I work at Rhode Island College. I've been there for 35 years almost. Can you believe that? Oh my God. I work in like student services with the student activities and events and student leadership and community service and that. And I'm still able to work. I'm working from home right now, but I'm still rounding up kids. Except now they're like 30 years younger than me. But I've been there for a long time. And then while I was working there, I met the aquatics director. We did some events together. And then I married him, Alan. And we live here in Rhode Island. The cool thing about our lives is that, like, we live next door to his parents' house, and they've passed on, and the house has, you know, been sold now. But like the yard that we see next door to us, and even the house that we live in, which was his aunt's, like we are in the same grass that he grew up in and that his parents grew up in. And then it's the same thing. We go to Stanford and we're in the same house my mom grew up in and on the same grass and the same neighbors. And it's just a unique thing I never really realized, but like everyone's lives are different. And some people, their cool thing is that they move every year, or they've had 5 adventurous lives, you know. We really just have these 2 core kind of home, but it's anyway, it's a neat thing. And I love the interconnections, and I love the depth of our friendship and stuff. So anyway, so Alan is my husband. We've been married almost 25 years, and we got married right after Susan did. Remember Susan and Keith? And we have one boy. He's 22 years old this month, and he's a senior at Rensselaer. He's getting his master's this year. And then we found out he's going to be working for Microsoft and maybe moving to Seattle, or maybe working remotely. We're not sure, but he's well on his way to whatever he wants to do. And he's a really nice kid. He's a Boy Scout and just a nice kid who likes his parents, and we like him. And it's nice having him home for the rest of the semester, because we probably won't see him a lot after next year. So, but the thing I like most about my husband and my son is that they let me indulge with, like, when we go to Connecticut, we walk around Crane Road, we'll walk like 10 times, and who was saying that they do that? I go to this house and I go, oh, this is the house that Chicky lives in, and Chicky has these kids, and these kids, we did this and that. And, you know, we got to go around the block 10 times because he doesn't want to stop to look at the house, but we just keep going around and around. And here's the Bobby Nelsons, and here's the Mayettes, and here's like, and the Smiths. Like, every one of you, your house is just like, they just kind of like just scream with memories and everything. And then it doesn't stop there, because then it goes down to Lindsay and around to Oak Lawn and over to Belltown Firehouse and the 4 o'clock horn every day. And then it goes to Newfield Green, and it goes up around Upland Road and Belltown Park. And oh my gosh, I could just crisscross through the whole Belltown Park. Do you know that, you know, when you see that Family Circle comic and you see like the trail that the kids take around everywhere? Like, I swear to God, I've done every square inch of the whole world of Belltown. And I just love the memories of it. And, you know, we go back home, we get back with our lives, but it's so nice to come around. And it's so unique that we're even all in touch like this. So anyway, thank you for doing this. And, you know, so we have this Facebook page, and I know not everyone's on Facebook. And if you're not, that's okay. If you are and you're not in it, it's got some cute pictures and stuff. If you're not in Facebook and you ever want to like scroll through pictures, you could Zoom me and I could share my screen and I could kind of let you into that world, because it's really cool to see the old photos and such. So anyway, I'm babbling. Yes.
I was promised caroling.
Oh, yes, here we go. Thank you. That was a nice way to round that out. Thank you. All right, Tracy, we're going to try the 12 Days of Christmas.
Oh, we're going to go right with that?
What do you think?
Okay.
I'm going to yield to your vision. What do you think?
Well, I don't think we have words to anything else, do we?
Well, I can do something. Let's see.
Okay, so 12 Christmas. You want to start with that, or you want to end with that?
Let's do that.
We'll do that. It might be just enough.
Okay.
So the 12 days of Christmas, they all have
Hand signals.
motions and signals that we're gonna do. So if you want me to go through all of them and hopefully you retain them, I can do that real quick before we start. Would you like that?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna try with my phone, but okay.
Golden ring.
And we're all gonna do this. We're all gonna do this because it's Tracy, okay? That's why we're gonna do this. That's the only reason I'm gonna do this. It's you, Tracy.
So partridge in the center, you're gonna have your arms separated and stand on one leg, or two if you need it. Or if you need to sit in your chair, you can sit in your chair. It's okay.
Okay.
Okay, two turtle doves. Your hands are down. French hens, your arms are flapping. Calling bird, your hands are at your mouth. 5 golden rings, that's simple. 6 pieces of laying, you're gonna get in a crouching position and lay those eggs.
Really? Okay.
And 7 swans of swimming, you're just gonna tread water. We have 8 minutes of milking, that one's simple. You're milking that cow.
Hold on.
9 ladies dance.
I don't see Bubba doing it. I
You
don't see
can
Bubba.
dance or you can do it in your chair.
I do
What's
see
that?
Bubba doing it.
This is
Okay,
mandatory,
Bubba.
right? This is mandatory,
Oh,
I
that's
think.
right. Bubba has horses, no cow. So 9 ladies dancing, you can dance, put your hands on your head. Lords of Leaping, you can go ahead and leap or pretend to leap.
Is it Lord Leap?
Piper's Pipe.
Uh-oh.
She froze.
Oh, she froze.
Frozen.
Yeah.
She'll be back.
I don't know what happened. So Piper's piping, you're playing the flute, and drummers drumming, you're drumming. You ready?
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question. Isn't it Lords of Leaping, not a ladies dancing?
Oh,
Ladies
there's both.
dancing 9 and Lords of Leaping 10. 10 Lords of Leaping, but there's 9 ladies dancing.
I told you to study, G. I told you to study.
And Lord a leaping.
Gary, you can do the Taylor song. Yes, it's Lords of Leaping.
Lord.
So are we ready?
Ready.
Okay. Who's gonna start us off?
The first day of Christmas.
It's my true love gives to me a partridge in a pear tree.
Second day of Christmas.
Day of Christmas, true love gave to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
On the third day of Christmas, my
My true love gave to me 3 hens, 2 turtle doves, a partridge in a pear tree. Gary and Kathy, you're not dancing. What'd you say?
4
Sing
I
it.
can't stand up. I have to put a bra on.
You do it from your chair.
We'll wait.
Are we ready for 4? Ready? On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3
Four
4 calling birds.
Early birds.
3
French
French
hens.
turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 geese laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 and a partridge in a pear tree.
7
On
days.
the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 swans swimming, 6 geese laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtles, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 maids of milking, 7 swans swimming, 6 geese laying, 5 golden. Come on, Renee. 4 calling birds, French hens, 2 turtles, on the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids of milking, 7 swans of swimming, 6 laying, 5 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge
On the
and day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 10 lords of leaping,
and ladies dancing.
8 maids of milking, 7 swans of swimming, 6 geese laying, 5 golden rings,
4 calling birds,
4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 11 pipers piping, 10 lords of leaping, 9 ladies dancing,
8 maids of milking, 7 swans of swimming,
7 swans of swimming, 6 geese of laying, 5 golden calling birds, 4 calling and a partridge in a pear tree.
and a partridge in a pear tree. What happened there?
She froze.
Yeah.
At least she's laughing.
Ready for 12?
Yeah.
One more. On the
12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. Wait. Start again.
You got 12?
Yeah, 12.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 candles leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 6 of milking, 7 of swimming, 6 of laying,
5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3
and a partridge in a tree. Very good, very good.
The album will be available for 1995, the day after Christmas.
I have the words to
was
the
awesome.
12 days after Christmas.
What are those?
You know, it's going to be awesome watching this recording.
Well, you have to be a chanteuse singer to do it in a cocktail lounge. It's wonderful. I'll
be
send
over
it to you, Tracy. What?
I'll be over
Go
tomorrow.
ahead.
Well, Tracy, that was just great. Thank you. That Can you hear me, Tracy?
Frozen.
She's frozen.
Still frozen. Way that chair made that
I'm frozen.
memorable. Tracy?
Be back.
Am I frozen? I see.
Oh, here comes Tim. Here comes Tim. Here comes Tim.
Finally.
Yeah.
Clown.
Better late than.
Yeah.
Renee's book.
I was working. I didn't realize what time it was.
You liar.
That's okay, Tim. We each just did the 12 days of Christmas by ourselves, so it's you could go now.
Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, good.
Good.
How is everybody?
Good. We did like a little review. It's on. We have a recording of it. You can watch it sometime. But we want to know about you. What are you up to?
Just working and working and working. Just
What
very
do you
busy.
do? What do you do for work?
Oh, I'm waterfront engineer.
Hmm.
You just started your own company a year ago. Tell everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, about almost a year and a half now. It's just decided it was time to do my own thing. So it's
Tim, that's
been very
great.
busy. Yes.
That's great. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
And what's the name of the company?
The name of the company is Sound Engineering Associates with an acronym of SEAC. Because all the work is around Long Island Sound. What's that?
Oh, wow.
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there?
Who thought of that?
Who thought of that? Donna, can you get me one of the business cards?
And this is not LinkedIn, okay?
Yeah. I thought of it, and my son Daniel came up with the logo. So we're very happy. There it is right here. So, there it is. Everyone can see it.
Oh, great.
So, yeah, so I've been very, very busy, and Donna's been doing an awful lot of work with me, and she's been not only doing admin stuff, but she's been out in the field. A couple weeks ago, we did a bridge inspection together, so that was fun.
Wow.
At the Midas
Wow.
River?
What's that? I didn't catch that. Sorry.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I don't know. So, you want to say hi to everybody?
Yep.
Oh.
Donna,
okay.
get on here.
Tim, where are you living, Tim?
So yeah, there's the logo that my son
God, look at all
designed.
those squares.
Okay, yes.
Hi, Donna.
Donna.
Wait a minute, who's there? Hi.
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 Reading glasses. Put your Zoom glasses on.
Hi.
What's that?
Tell her to change her glasses.
No, these are my reading glasses. I can see
That's right.
better.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So I'm sorry we missed it. I'm sorry we missed the singing. So
So where are you living right now? Where are you living?
we live in Fairfield. We've been in Fairfield for coming up on 30 years.
Mhm. Nice.
30.
30. Yes. Yes. 30.
Mr. and Mrs. King.
Okay. When you're,
Hi, Renee.
Hi, Donna.
I'm seeing everybody.
Tim, you missed it. Your mom did a Christmas wrap for everybody. It was awesome.
She did, yes. Did she spin on the floor?
Oh, no.
Yeah, so it's very nice to see everybody. So like I said, I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to come. Yeah, can't even see them. It's very dark over there.
Yeah, they're outside.
That's nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so anyway,
I want to hear some
so
singing.
carry on. I don't want to interrupt everyone else's stuff. So
Well, we had gone through all the names and we did a wonderful song. of 12 Days of Christmas. You missed the highlight of the night. And I think maybe we're just wrapping it up, whatever. I think they say in show business, always leave them wanting more, right? So
There you go.
hang on, I'm going to introduce you to my husband, Alan. Come on over here, Alan. Here's my Al. Hi, Alan.
Alan.
Hi, Alan.
Hello.
Hi.
What are we doing?
His in-laws, his sister-in-laws, everybody's here.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I can hear it now and then from the singing could use a little more work. Huh?
We'll have to work on it. So anyway, they say always leave them wanting more. So maybe there'll be another day like our summer picnic at Belltown Park or another time soon. But we all know we're there. And I've got that wonderful list of emails that was through the sign up. So if people wanted to get in touch with individually, and we'll just leave it at that. We all know where to find each other, right back at Crane Road. So
Kristen, you would be remiss if
Merry
you,
Christmas.
yeah, remiss, Kristen, if we didn't just mention, of course, the elephant in the room. And that would be the reason we got together, the holidays. So from the Sinatras,
yeah,
happy Hanukkah.
happy Hanukkah.
Happy New Year.
Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year.
Yes.
New Year
Happy
to
everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless
Thank you,
you all.
Kristen. Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you,
Bye,
Kristen.
thank
It's
you.
all because of
So
Tracy.
good to see you.
Let's
No,
do
it's all you,
Thank you,
Kristen.
Tracy and Kristen.
Tracy, we
Love
love
you.
Tracy. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, EA.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, Tracy.
Bye. Bye, Dad. Bye, Mom.
Bye, Tracy. If you need
Bye.
anything, Tracy,
Karen
you just
Kay.
call, okay?
Okay.
God bless you.
Tracy, you stay on with me.
Thank you. Okay.
Good night, you guys.
Bye, Chris. Great
Good
seeing
night.
you.
Great to see you.
Yeah, thank you for putting this together. That's awesome. And yeah, anytime you want to call me, Tracy, and talk, I would love to talk to you. I praying for you and hope everything works out.
Hey, beautiful.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye, Lois. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen. Appreciate it, sweetie.
So,
Talk soon. Bye-bye. Bottom right, what?
Mom, wasn't that nice?
That was great.
Very nice.
Really great.
You did a great job, Kristen.
Yeah, hang on. I'm trying to wrap it up there with.
Everything was perfect.
Oh, my mom, she'll stick around. You guys want to talk about this? Is like the after party.
I owe Tracy a call. She's gonna call me.
The after party.
I love you.
What'd you say?
I love you.
I know I didn't call you this